Caralho, DJ Raposo, solta essa lata aí, pô.
Here we go, another day, another dollar, back out on the road to earning some dough for the business. What we got going on today, so Harry has a lovely macerator to play with, something that I swore we wouldn't do, but I think for private customers that are more likely to look after the new macerator, then we'll probably do it for them. So he's got a new one to fit. I spent ages trying to get a direct replacement, but unfortunately just the unit that the customer has in place at the moment is obsolete, so we've had to go with a new similar style unit, but will do the same job. No doubt there's going to have to be some pipes needed to be altered for it. He's also got for a restaurant a new sink basin, wash hand basin to be fitted for them, and for myself I've got a boiler to repair and a gas safety cert. So it sounds like a very easy day for me. I've also as well got some messing around to do with the air conditioning that's been installed in my own home. Got some issues with the outdoor unit, so I need to contact Bosch and get some assistance on that. Other than that, I'm going to be then looking at planning the week and seeing where I've got some quiet periods, because I'm going to start looking at some targets and some markers that we want to be doing to sort of help generate new business, help with the marketing. I realise that doing the YouTube channel is one thing, but we do need to start getting more posts out across other social media platforms so that people are aware of what we do, where we are. It's the same old thing, isn't it? The more you're out there, the more you're in people's faces, the next time they think of a plumber or a gas engineer or a heating engineer, hopefully they will think of you. Especially because I do a lot of videos where I'm talking and I'm face on to the audience. Hopefully I would think that potential customers will feel comfortable in who I am and how I come across on camera, which will then hopefully turn into them contacting us to get some work done with us. So yeah, that's what we've got going on today. Plenty to mull over and think about. But yeah. So these are basically the same things, aren't they? Is there much difference? Doesn't look like, does it?
Doesn't look like it, no.
I mean, and how much are they? Top service from City Plumbing C.
149.
I think. Okay, so we're just back here now to repair this boiler. Leaking isolation valve at the bottom, so we just need to figure out now where I'm going to drain this bad boy from. Let's get the cover off and then we'll go from there. And you can see from my last visit, I think it was probably about 2 weeks ago now, I've done the gas safety check here. Top the pressure's dropped again, and the boiler is now in E119 fault, which is low water pressure. It's just crazy how long it takes for a landlord to say yes, let's go ahead with repairing the boiler, especially in these rental properties. They'll do anything to just see if there's an easy way without having to shell out. And I get it, times are tough at the moment, and any additional repair costs and things like that of a landlord having to pay out on top of what they've already paid out for their own personal lives. But you're running a business. If you're renting out your properties, they need to be maintained, they need to be well looked after. Anyway, let me just show you this. So what we have is, so I'm going to be changing the valve under here. As you can see, the dish is still there and it's collected more water again. I'm going to be changing that valve, and to do so I'm going to drain from this drain point here. So I'm going to go and get my bucket, stick my hose on it and drain him off, and then we'll go from there. Now I know some of you are probably going to be saying, why are you not just changing the fibre washer to the valve? Because it's likely to be leaking from there. It's not. The water is actually coming out from the screw where the actual lever valve is, lever handle is. Look at the mess in this. This is one thing about doing big jobs at the end of the week. Absolute pigsty. Need to get my ass to the lockup. Let's get this sorted, get some crap taken off this van here, because I just can't work in a messy van. Now I'm hoping this fix will be nice and easy, but with these older boilers, you just never know how difficult it's going to be to get this old valve off. So keep your fingers crossed for me. I don't know if you can see it in this very clear, but look at the colour of that water. I'll try and zoom in. So if that is the colour of the water, that's what's inside the boiler and inside the heating system. This is something that people just don't seem to worry about, especially in these rentals. So every year, by law, a landlord must have a gas safety check done. Gas safety check consists of flue analysis, looking for any standards that don't conform, and highlighting them. There's no servicing taking place whatsoever on a gas safety check. All it is, as it says, it's a safety check. Landlords just don't seem to bother servicing the boilers at the same time. I'm gonna just isolate that drain off for a minute, because I think that bucket is filling pretty good. But yeah, landlords, if you are a landlord and you're watching this video, my recommendation is get your boiler serviced at the same time as the gas safety check every year. Okay, yeah, it's going to cost, in the region of 150, 160 quid to have both the gas safety check and the service done. And another important thing is make sure you use a company that you trust, one that is going to definitely be servicing it, not just saying, yes, we've done a service, but in fact they've only really done safety checks, sticking their probe of their machine into the flue and doing a flue analysis. That's not a boiler service. Condense trap cleaned out, burners potentially cleaned out if the flue readings are coming out at high levels. Water quality checks, all these sorts of things should be done. Any magnet filters to be cleaned out, etc. So my advice is, if you're a landlord watching this, is get a boiler service done every year, as well as a gas safety check. Because, like I say, this boiler now is, 12, 13 years old. It's probably never had a water quality check done on the state of the water inside the radiators. Radiators are made of steel inside. When you have oxygenated water inside that system, that oxygenated water is going to start to corrode the inside of the radiators. In turn, then, what that does as the boiler is running, it sucks any of that corrosion into the boiler's heat exchanger. So in time, you are basically killing off your boiler. In the long run, it's going to cost you more in either replacing the boiler or multiple constant repairs for the boiler as well. Right, that seems to be holding up well now, so I'm going to have a little clean up while the heating's running, just to make sure what radiators I might need to bleed, get all my stuff out, and then we should be good to wrap this up and sign this one off onto the next one. Hello, gas engineer! Okay, boilers in the kitchen. First look seems okay, but give it a look. You'll see pretty new, what looks like a pretty new installation, and also gas hob looks fairly new as well. So, wondering whether someone has actually fitted this themselves, and now they just want some sort of check done on it. So what I'm looking for here is to see that there's a valid seal behind there. Not really, not the greatest. We'll have a little look outside, see if it's cemented from outside, which will be better. So the reason these need to be sealed in, for obvious reasons, this is where the flue gases come out of. Well, admittedly, people are going to watch this and go, "You're being pedantic." You know, there's a rubber collar over it, which that is not going to let any products of combustion go in. But two reasons why this needs to be sealed properly. One is to stop any products of combustion from going back in to the property. Two is to stop potential movement. So, I mean, that does feel quite solid, probably because this sealant has taken at the bottom, but yeah, that needs to be sealed properly. Right, I'm gonna clean that corrosion off the gas pipe work. Might be, reason being is if I just left it, you know, and then just marked it on my gas safety check, I would probably, well, debatable, but I'd have to probably mark it as like at risk or something, just for this. Okay, gas test complete. Well, that was all sound. I mean, obviously I can't prove that someone unqualified with gas has installed this boiler or hob. As fact, I need to treat it as if like that's not been the case. Gas pressure, no loss, that's passed. Aside from obviously the bit of corrosion underneath on that gas pipe, which I've now cleaned up, and it needing clipping, that seems okay. The issue I found with the flue, and now we'll do the tests needed on the boiler and the hob, and hopefully I should then just be able to issue a certificate with advisories for the things that are not too standard. Then click on service mode. And it'll give you the instructions to put it into service engineer mode. That's me done for a day. Home I go. Hopefully my wife has me something nice cooked for dinner.